Hey, Josie with Queen My Pawn here. Today I'm going to talk about when am I going to use this formula in real life? B squared plus 2ab plus a squared, or the other way around. When is that actually useful? Well, it kind of occurred to me today that when I was teaching one of my first graders multiplication, it can actually help you out in mental math. And here's why. Take 16 times 16. Yeah, I asked that to my first grader today, and he obviously told me he doesn't know, and that's normal. But here's the technique. 16 can be broken down into 10 and 6. So it's as if you were trying to say something like 16 times 16. Well, that's just equal to 10 plus 6 times 10 plus 6. Okay, my 6's look a little weird, but that's what they are. So it's, no one's ever taught you to multiply like this in school. I've never learned it in school until like 10th, 9th grade in high school. But first graders can actually learn a lot from using this, and their mental math skills will skyrocket. For example, take 19 times 19. Well, if you break it up, you get 10 plus 9. And I don't know if I should spoil it, but basically here's how it works. I think I'll mention it at the end of the video. Moving on. So the next step is you can basically put this, and this is how you multiply in this manner. You move the parentheses next to each other. Okay? And it's like you're multiplying two numbers inside parentheses, but here's how you do it. You got to do this thing called FOIL. Now, again, they teach you this in high school, but first graders can learn this like right away. You got to take the first number, which is 10, and take the first number in the other parentheses, which is 10, and you multiply them together and you get 100. Okay. Then you take the outer numbers, which is right here and right here. You multiply them together. You get 60. 10 times 6 is 60, so let's add 60. Then you take the inner numbers, which are these, 6 and 10, so 6 times 10 is 60. And then you take the last numbers in the parentheses, which are these. Actually, I'll use this. 6 times 6 is 36, so you write that there. Okay, so the final step is adding. Now, people just add left to right, and that's fine, but there's a better way. You got to add the first and last numbers together, so you get 136. So that's 136. And then you add the middle two numbers, which is 60 and 60, which is 120. Well, that gives you 256. Oh, I guess I'll write that in purple. Or that's not purple, but whatever, that's red. So 16 times 16 is 256. The addition part might take a while, but most first graders can add. I won't explain it in this video. Or I should. Well, here. 136 plus 120. My first grader didn't know how to do this, which is making me wonder, what are they teaching in schools? Okay. 6 plus 0 is 6. Well, maybe they are teaching him something because he knew how to carry over the 1 in another problem. this is what I mean. You got 100, 60, 60, 36, right? This is the left to right way of adding it, which is what I don't recommend. But this is how he adds. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is plus 6, 6. 0 plus 6 plus 6 plus 3, 15. Right, he carried over the 1 here, and so 1 plus 1 is 2. And that's it. That's how you add numbers. Okay. So you can actually use this in literally anywhere. So 19 times 19. Well, I know that you get 10 plus 9 and 10 plus 9. In the video here that I'm making, you can see that the first numbers are the same. So you get 10 and 10. And the last numbers are the same, 6 and 6. You multiply them together, you get 100 and you get 36. Same thing with 19 times 19. It's 10 and 9. So you get 10 times 10 is 100. 9 times 9 is 81. So you get 181. Now 10 times 9 is 90. This is the middle part. This is the middle part right here. 10 times 9 is 90. And you got to add them twice. So 90 times 2 is 180. 181 plus 180 is 361. So 19 times 19 is 361. That's how it's useful. Like I couldn't recall 19 times 19 off the top of my head until I did this. And I'm glad I did it in this way. So this is really how you gotta add numbers, and you should try it out with your child. It's a very quick way to do math. You can do it for any numbers. They don't even gotta be the same. For example, 17 and 18. But there's a slight thing you have to change, which is the middle part. Here's what I mean. 17 times 18. Well, I know that breaks down into 10 plus 7 and 10 plus 8. 100, which is 10 times 10, and 7 times 8 is 56. So you get 156, but now you got to figure out the middle part. All I did was just find the first and last, just like I showed. The middle part is different. It's no longer 2 times 7 times 8, as it should be. But you have to do 7 times 10 and 8 times 10. So you get 150. And 150 plus 156 is 306. So the answer to 17 times 18 is 306. Let me exactly show you with a new paint and show you exactly what I mean by that. So this is what I mean. 17 times 18 is equal to 10 plus 7, 10 plus 8. The formula only works if the numbers are all the same. For example, like 10 plus 6, like we saw before, 10 plus 6. Well, they're the same. They're literally the same number, multiplied twice, just broken down into its components. But the numbers above are different, so the formula doesn't apply anymore, which is why I hate formulas so much. Sometimes they just don't work. You can't just stick to b squared plus 2ab plus a squared, or the other way around. When the numbers aren't the same, it doesn't work. You have to do this. You have to do 100 plus blank plus 56. What's the middle part? Well, it's 10 times 8, which is 80. I'm multiplying the outer terms. And then 7 times 10 is 70, which is the inner terms. Remember, FOIL. The outer parts are straightforward. It's just 10 times 10 and 7 times 8. First is 10 times 10, and last is 7 times 8. That's the easiest part. The middle part is always the difficult part. So just practice this more and more, and you're guaranteed to have sharp mental math skills.